Hello, my fantastic grade 4. Welcome to our mathematics class. Thank you for joining me. My name is Miss Yulita Brown Phillips, and today I will be taking you on an adventure in mathematics land. But I want to share a quote with you. It was Shakuntala Devi who said, "Without mathematics, there's nothing you can do. Everything around you is mathematics. Everything around you is numbers." Boys and girls, fasten your seatbelts. Are you ready to adventure with me in mathematics land? Let's go. Our topic today is numbers, but in particular, odd and even numbers. I'm sure you would have heard these terms before in your previous class. But before we get into the meat of the lesson, let's examine what are numbers. We use numbers to count things. We use the digits from 0 to 9 to form all the other numbers. Using these 10 digits, we can form infinite numbers, numbers that go on and on and on and on. We can make small numbers and we can make large numbers. For example, 134, 34,567, 103,367. There are many ways in which we can classify numbers. But as I told you before, we will only be looking at odd and even numbers today. Let's delve in a little deeper to find out what are even numbers. An even number is a number which is divisible by 2, meaning it can't be divided by 2, and it generates a remainder of 0. So even numbers are divisible by 2 and they leave no remainder. How do we identify even numbers? We can determine that a number is even by looking at the digit in the ones place or the ones column. If the digit in the ones place is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it is an even number. Let's examine these numbers. 28, 6,734, 10,002, 37,990. Let's look at 28. What number is in the ones place? 8. So therefore, 28 is an even number. 6,734. What number is in the ones place? 4. Remember we said that if a number ends with 4, it is an even number. 10,002. What number is in the ones place? 2. Numbers that end with 2 are even numbers. 37,990. What number is in the ones place? 0. We said that once a number has 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 in the ones place, it is an even number. So therefore, 37,990 is an even number. We can also know that numbers are even by grouping as 2 equal groups. Divide a number into 2 groups with an equal number of elements in each. If there are no remainders, it is an even number. Take, for example, this number, 14. Let's see if we can divide these marbles into groups of 2s without leaving remainders. Do we have any remainders? No, boys and girls. So therefore, 14 is an even number. Let's move on to odd numbers. What are odd numbers? Odd numbers are numbers that are not divisible by 2. They leave a remainder. Let's examine how we can identify odd numbers. We can determine that a number is odd by looking at the digit in the ones column. If the digit in the ones column is 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, it is an odd number, boys and girls. Let's look at this example. 27. 67,341. 14,007. 7,995. Let's zoom in a little closer. What is the number in the ones place in the number 27? 7. So therefore, 27 is an odd number. 67,341. 1 is in the ones place. And we know that when a number ends with 1, it is an odd number. So that number is an odd number. 14,007. 7 is in the ones place. Is that an odd number? Yes, it is, because odd numbers also end in 7. 7,995. What number is in the ones place? 5. Is 7,995 an odd number? Yes, it is. We would have learned that once a number ends with 5, it is an odd number. Boys and girls, if odd numbers are placed in groups of 2s, they will have a remainder. That's what sets odd and even numbers apart. Now let's examine this table that shows us what happens when we apply an operation to an odd or an even number. Addition. If we add 2 even numbers, the answer will be an even number. 6 plus 4 equals 10. 10 is an even number. It ends with 0. If we add an even and an odd number, our answer will be an odd number. 6 plus 5 equals 11. 11 ends with 1. It is an odd number. An odd number plus an odd number will result in an even number. When added, the result is 12. 12 has a 2 in the ones place. We would have learned earlier that numbers that end with 2 are even numbers. Let's move on to the next operation, subtraction. When we subtract 2 even numbers, the result is an even number. The 2 even numbers in the example, 8 and 4. When 4 is subtracted from 8, it results in 4, and 4 is an even number. When we subtract an even number and an odd number, in this case, 8 is the even number and 5 is the odd number. The answer will be an odd number. 8 take 5 equals 3. 3 is an odd number. When we subtract an odd number and an odd number, it results in an even number. In this example, 7 take 5, which both of them are odd numbers, equals 2, and 2 is an even number. Multiplication. When we multiply two even numbers, the answer is an even number. In this example, both 2 and 6 are even numbers. 2 times 6 equals 12. In the number 12, 2 is in the ones place. And we know that numbers that end with 2 are classified as even numbers. When we multiply an even number and an odd number, the result is an even number. Let's examine this example. 3, which is the odd number, times 4, which is the even number, equals 12. 2 is in the ones place in the number 12, and we know that when numbers end with 2, they are even numbers. When we multiply two odd numbers, our answer is an odd number. 5 and 7. Both 5 and 7 are odd numbers. 5 times 7 equals 35. The number in the ones place in the number 35 is 5. And we know that when numbers end with 5, they are classified as odd numbers. Boys and girls, I trust that you would have learned quite a lot today. But this is our mystery number segment. Every number is unique and special. Can you use the clue to guess the mystery number, boys and girls? Listen to the clue. This number is odd. It is between 315 and 223. The sum of its digit is 6. Boys and girls, take a minute to solve this mystery for me. Let's see what you have. Do you have 321? If you have 321, you are absolutely correct. Because if you add the digits, remember the last clue said the sum of the digits is 6. So those 3 digits, when added, will result in 6. 3, 2, and 1. And 321 is found between 315 and 323. Excellent work, boys and girls. Let's continue. So now that we would have learned quite a lot today, it is your turn to prove to me that you were attentive and that you understood this concept clearly. So here is your activity. Classify the numbers below as odd or even. Remember, odd numbers end in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And even numbers end with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So boys and girls, classify these numbers as odd or even numbers. should be finished by now. Let's see what you have. The first number, 3,457. What number is in the ones place? 7. 7 is in the ones place, and we learned earlier that odd numbers end with 7. So the first number, 3,457, is an odd number. Boys and girls, do you have that? If you have that, put a big tick. Number 2, 1,008. Is 1,008 an odd number or an even number? Did you say that it's an even number? Well, then you are absolutely correct. 1,008 is an even number because it ends with 8. And we learned that even numbers end with 8. 10,679. Is that odd or even? Yes, it's an odd number. Why is it an odd number? Because it ends with 9. Let's move on quickly to number 4, 37,532. What number is in the ones place? 2 is in the ones place. Is that number odd or even? It is an even number because it ends with 2. Last number, 89,999. Is that an odd number or an even number? It is an odd number because it ends with 9. Boys and girls, you have done excellent work today. I am so proud of you. This has brought us to the end of today's class. Boys and girls, thank you for joining us. I trust that you would have had fun. Bye, boys and girls. See you next time.
Blah, blah, blah.